Watching Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai can be called nothing less than a journey. When the series first aired, it gained immediate traction with anime fans worldwide and continues to hold a strong fan base to this day. But why did so many people, coming from all different backgrounds of life, find themselves so immersed into the world of Bunny Girl Senpai? Some would argue that Bunny Girl Senpai is really nothing more than a generic slice-of-life romance hybrid that are way too common in today's anime scene. I, however, am a massive fan of the series and would have to disagree. I think there are a few things about the show that really set it apart from others. For one, it has amazingly relatable characters that are forced to tackle problems that viewers are most likely somewhat familiar with. Whether those watching are struggling with isolation, or seeing people close to them change, or even undergoing that same kind of change themselves, the series really has something for them. The series also has a phenomenal main character in Sakuta, who helps to push the show to realize its full potential. Bunny Girl Senpai also has some of the best sound design that I have ever seen, always seeming to have the right array of sounds to get the viewer to feel or relate in some type of way. But without one key feature, Bunny Girl Senpai would be exactly what some call it, generic. All of the great attributes of the show are able to evolve from one single foundational element: puberty syndrome. Puberty syndrome, or adolescent syndrome, as it is sometimes called in the series, is a supernatural phenomenon of Bunny Girl Senpai that plagues the characters. It occurs during periods of sensitivity or instability in the world of our characters and affects every character that has a large amount of screen time. For Mai, it makes her invisible to those around her. For Koga, it allows her to repeat days until she is happy with the result. For Futaba, it results in a slightly different copy of herself being manifested into the world. For Nodoka, it switches her and Mai into each other's bodies, and for Kaide, it wreaks havoc on her memory. And for Sakuta and Shoko, it is a link syndrome tied to their past experiences. In each of these cases, there is some sort of problem that triggers the onset of the puberty syndrome. And what makes puberty syndrome so important to the series is that it forces the characters to face their problems head-on. With the supernatural intervention, the characters can't simply ignore the issues like people in the real world can. This sets a great pace for the show and allows those watching it to see fragile characters fight with serious problems and overcome them. The end result being a more deep connection and an overall higher investment in the show's plot. This method of storytelling is not always present in other shows or stories. In most cases, some serious problems are merely ignored because the characters can. There is nothing forcing them to deal with the issues that they are presented with. While this can be endearing in some cases, in others, the shows could benefit by taking a page out of Bunny Girl Senpai's book and implementing their own puberty syndrome.